Hi, I'm Fred Muir, and I serve our congregation in Annapolis, Maryland, where I've been for the last 31 years. I want to talk with you about sustaining the call, the endowment drive fund of the UUMA, and why it's important to me and why I believe it should be important to you. It was about 25 years ago that I met Wayne Arneson, who at the time was serving our congregation in Charlottesville, Virginia. And Wayne and I were meeting at a diner in rural Virginia for him to pass off to me a big box of records regarding what he had done on the Guidelines Committee. I was going to be the new co-chair of the Guidelines Committee. Little did I know at that time, that Guidelines would be a part of my ministry for almost 30 years. Guidelines work, sexual misconduct work, being the Continental Good Officers, working with Continental Good Officers, it's really been a part of my ministry. And the reason I think I can say that little did I know, because at the time I didn't really fully comprehend the value of the UUMA guidelines. And this is how I've come to understand the guidelines. They really are the light that shows us a way to the future. Ministry is a journey. We have our ups, we have our downs, we have our peaks, we have our valleys, and we have a lot of plateaus. And oftentimes the guidelines can be the light that shines on the path, that shows us where the boundaries are, but it also sheds light on where our future is. And there are not a lot of other ministerial associations, that's for sure, but there is also not a lot of other guidelines like what we have. Some people call them a discipline. I think of it more as it points the way for us to be in right relationship with each other. And that's what the UUMA is all about for me, being in right relationship with my colleagues, being in right relationship with those I serve, whether it's for you, a congregation, or a program. It's also about being in right relationship with the UUA, and our guidelines show us all of that. So I actually can't imagine my life without the UUMA, without the guidelines. I don't know how anybody could do this ministry without the full support of their colleagues and with an association of colleagues. Something else that's become very, very important for me is my own chapter, which is the Chesapeake UUMA, as well as all of the support groups that chapter offers its ministers, ministry days, the retreats, just all these opportunities to get together and go deeper with colleagues. And that is something the UUMA offers us, and it's a time to be in right relationship with each other. Learn about each other's ministries, get ideas, get support. Finally, I'd just like to say my wife is a teacher, and she used to talk about how sometimes at the end of a class she'd step out in the hallway and she would go down the hallway, go down the hall and knock on a door and talk with a colleague. And ministry sometimes can be kind of lonely, and I would often think back to what she was talking about collegial support. And sometimes, especially for solo ministers, it can be hard to find the collegial support that one needs. And again, that's what the UUMA is all about. You always have your colleagues, and they're just a phone call away, they're just an email away, they're just a text away. Many people use Facebook, they use the UUMA chat. All of these things are facilitated and coordinated by the UUMA. And we need to deepen that. And one of the ways we can deepen that is to give to the endowment fund, to grow and deepen and strengthen the opportunities that we have to be with each other. So I've given to the endowment. I hope you will too, and that you'll be generous. I hope to see you soon.